So, it's almost time. We're about to watch Nosferatu. How excited are you?
So excited. This has been one of my most anticipated all year. I feel like every time we get together and see a movie, I'm saying that, but I appreciate that you want to see like the most anticipated movies with me. So
Yes,
that's cool.
yes.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
So, I'm excited to see Lily Rose Depp in this film. I know
Yeah.
she was in The Idol, which wasn't the best.
Yeah, she's been in other stuff too. I saw her in a movie where she turns into a werewolf. Came out in like 2021. I forget what it's called. It might just be called Wolf.
Oh, that sounds interesting to me.
It's not good.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's a little more art housey than you might be expecting. She's in a lot of these art housey films, and Nosferatu being one of them.
Yeah,
So.
I'm expecting this to be an unwinding thing where like the more watching, the more it's like, ooh. Oof. Like, I think the first 30 minutes, you meet the characters, you see the town, but the minute that we get the name drop, it's like, okay, and then, you know what happens?
Yeah.
I'm expecting this to be, I think, the best horror film of this year.
Yeah, I think it has the possibility to be that. This also has the possibility to be, this is the last chance for a movie to beat Dune for me, to be my favorite movie of the year. Dune came out way early in the year, and ever since then, I'm like, I've just been spoiled because there hasn't been a movie to be as good as Dune. Nosferatu is the last chance, I think, that I could see a movie being like my favorite of the year. But I have all those lofty expectations of it. Hopefully they meet some of them.
I have something to compare it to because from the viewers, they said you've already watched one vampire movie. You know what it's called because I wouldn't. It's an old one. It's Von Derek's. You know what I'm talking about? It's old. It's an old movie, like at least 1990s, 1980s. It's an older version.
Oh, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Bram Stoker's Dracula is only in the 1990s. The Nosferatu came out 70 years before that.
This is that film and another film I've heard.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't think this is going to be Dune Part 2 for both of us. I think it's going to be a solid 8 or 9, but we'll get that top seller because of one maybe small thing, if you will.
Yeah.
You're expecting top seller?
Yeah. I love Eggers. I think Robert Eggers is 3 for 3 for me right now. And The Northman, I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't get
The Northman is one of the most underrated movies of the decade so far.
Really?
I wish more people would have seen it. And I mean, he's hitting for me 3 for 3. So I think this is going to be 4 for 4. Okay. It's just a question of whether or not this will be, my top 5 of the year.
And real quickly, can you give us your top 5 of this year? My top 5 are
Go ahead.
Dune Part 2, Transformers 1, Longleg, Monkey Man, The Wild Robot.
Ah, cool. Good pick.
Yeah.
Mine are Dune Part 2, Challengers,
Okay.
Gladiator 2.
Okay.
I understand we are differ on that, but 4 would be A Quiet Place Part 1. That's another one that I will not apologize. That is a masterpiece of a film. It is so good. I cried at the end, guys. I was scared and I cried.
I'm happy you liked it.
And then number 5 would be Twisters because that's just what movies are made for.
Yeah, you and Gabby are the same way with that.
Yeah.
I think that Glenn Powell still the show with that movie.
Oh, yeah.
He is the best part of the movie. So, welcome to Nosferatu. See how good or bad the film is?
Yes, sir.
So, we've seen Nosferatu. Y'all go ahead.
Loved it.
Loved it.
I got nothing to say. So, what'd y'all love about it?
It was very dramatic. It made you think about stuff. To me, it's what a vampire movie should be. It was very psychological and stuff. Dracula is not attractive. This handsome guy is not very sly, whatever. He's a force of nature. A lot of stuff I thought in the movie was going to happen did not happen, which I appreciate. I enjoy the acting. Very solid cast. I thought it was really interesting. It was very dark. And very like, oh my goodness, they're doing what? But it was like, it's what a good horror movie should be.
I thought it was great. I think Robert Eggers is 4 for 4 for me. I think if you said Robert Eggers is doing a vampire movie, this is exactly what I would expect. He's probably one of the best directors, in the game this year at least. I would give him a nod for best director. The stuff he does with the camera is like really cool. Transitions between scenes and everything. He's not telling it in like a one note way. It's like really interesting and it grabs me from the beginning and it had my attention the whole way through. And he does like really cool stuff with not just the camera but also the atmosphere. Like he creates this really cool tone and atmosphere with all the sets and everything. Cinematography was great, score was great, performances like you already said. Specifically Lily Rose Depp, everybody's already talking about her. She's great. But I think even the supporting characters who don't really get like big like scenes, you know what I mean? They're still like really good. Like Willem Dafoe is actually like really consistently good in this movie. Nicholas Hoult. This is like the third Nicholas Hoult movie I've seen in theaters in as many months. Like, and he's always consistently good. So I think there's like not much I can find wrong about this movie. It's pretty near perfect.
I almost dozed off.
It's crazy.
I almost dozed off. This is a slow burn movie.
That is your opinion though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a slow burn. I think it's there's stuff happening the whole time, and a slow burn is like you're waiting for something to happen, right? There's stuff happening the entire movie.
Right, it's building stuff. It's laying foundation, but it's very, it's very dramatic.
Yeah, and it was long, but it was paced really well.
Oh God, it was long.
Yeah.
It was paced really well. So I think you're the only person who has like a negative opinion of this movie.
But then again, this guy, Mr. hates everything.
I do not hate everything. We hated Craven equally. Performances were good, but I could not wait for this movie to end.
Man, that's crazy.
I cannot wait. I wouldn't watch this again if I had the choice.
Wow, you love horror, and this is like the epitome of. I don't mean to keep interrupting you, but like it's just interesting. This is like a really solidly made horror film, and it elevates the genre, right? So this is what we're looking for in horror.
I know.
We don't want more of like the Imaginaries or like the Night Swims, you know.
I agree.
We want these movies.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
So it's interesting that you love the genre, but when a movie like this comes out, you're like, nah. It's like
the first
that's
act,
what we want. This is
The
perfect.
first act was just so boring to me. It was such a slog fest to get through.
Man, that had some of my favorite moments.
Second act was okay. Third act was probably the best part. The ending was so anticlimactic to me. There's still that they're like, I feel like they're building up, but they did nothing with it, unfortunately. Bill Skarsgård did a great job. Lily Rose Depp did a great job. Everyone is a serviceable performance by all means. Wouldn't watch this again if I had the choice by any means as well. I wouldn't. I mean, I was ready for this to be over with, honestly. I was ready. I was like, come on, in, come on, you're taking too long. Like, get on the gas, please.
Now, I see this movie as being one of those movies people will watch over the years. Become a cult classic. Just because the way it was shot and directed and such.
It was shot very interesting by all means.
It's already gone past cult status, I think, because like it's already making more money than people expected. So I think more and more people are talking about it, and it's actually doing pretty good business.
Yeah, but I think the way the story was told was very interesting.
Yes.
And it leaves a lot to be like debated about what did this mean, what did that mean, and stuff like that. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
I think the problem with me is the fact that it's like Lily Rose Depp was just too repetitive. Her whole gag is just, it's like, hey, we get it, you're going through something, get to the point. I got tired of it real quickly. I think that there's just missing pieces to this movie, unfortunately. Wow. Like I think that this movie should have been 3 hours long.
Okay, so was it too long or was it not long enough?
It wasn't long enough because there's things I didn't understand. There's things that like with certain characters I don't want to spoil for anybody.
Sure.
I don't want to get like the best way to describe it is it's like I think y'all two got right away what's going on, and me I'm just like I'm still trying to get on the train. I'm still trying to get to the castle, if you will.
Sure.
Like, let me make this very clear. This is not a bad film. This is not a who that made this. This is not a 4 or 5 out of 10. What it is simply this. My brain is still processing what's going on because the whole time I'm watching this, I wasn't on board by any means. I'm still trying to get, okay, here's what's going on here. I'm trying to connect the pieces, if you will. Sure. Like, I'm not saying like this is like, oh my God, we should never watch this again. I'm just saying like, I'm still trying to understand what happened to begin with, the whole story. You know, performances were great. I'm not gonna knock that. Score was well, shot beautifully well. I mean, it was just like, there's scenes of like, holy freaking cow. You bitches supporting characters, I completely agree 100%. It's just, I'm not like, y'all are already done with it. I'm not. Sure. Like, I gotta go home and think about it over and over. So, I'm not gonna score it. You score it?
I give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I would give it a 9 out of 10 as well. A low 9, high 8, somewhere around there. But I'd probably give it a 9.
And the question I have to ask you, I already asked you this, but they didn't hear you. Yeah. Is this better than the 2?
No. I would put it in my top 20.
Top 20? Yeah,
but I would not put it in the top 5, unfortunately. But it's a really good film, and I would recommend watching it in theaters.
Okay.
So would I.
Well, like I said, I'll score it later on. As always, thank you for watching. Peace.